numbers currently?
I do not know that. You mean year to date or
Yeah, with our.
budget for
Yeah,
next
what
year?
we have right now for employees,
Mhm.
are you under budget or are you at the same? As previous?
Are you saying, asking year to date, like as of like right now, or total last year versus what's proposed?
I guess, yeah, Lisa could probably answer what I have a little bit better to your follow-up.
Okay.
Our staff right now, we are under.
Nancy, do you have anything to?
Can I read my letter so it might explain a lot?
I'll let Nancy talk first, please.
Without going in the office and running numbers and analyzing, I can't say exactly where we are year to date on payroll expenses as compared to the year before. It's just not something I can pull off the top of my head. It's a very fair question. I have no problem providing you an answer, but I need time to answer it.
Thank you. Lisa?
Hello.
Please talk into the microphone.
Should be on, you gotta speak into it.
Hello.
Oh, sounds like I do. I can see it.
Can you hear me now?
No.
All right, I'll just speak loud.
Lisa, would you like to step over here and use this?
Sure. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
My name is Lisa Penela. I am the library director here in Babbitt. I have worked in the library for 28 years. I would like to take a few minutes to address questions that have been raised about the library and our 2026 budget request. For 2026, the library requested a total budget of $176,800. This was designed to save the city money while still allowing us to schedule staff effectively and maintain our current level of service. Yes, we technically have 4 staff members, but none of them are full-time except myself as director. My staff works 16, 20, and 20 hours per week, earning wages equivalent to summer help. My own hours as library director are 36 hours per week, and I rely on my staff to keep the library open so that I can handle the administration work required to run the library. This past summer, our busiest time of the year, I lost all my staff and was forced to close the library on Fridays. I heard from patrons weekly how frustrated they were by the closures. The budget proposed by the City Council for 2026 is $138,375, which includes significant cuts that will severely limit our ability to serve the community. Book budget cut from $8,000 to $2,000. This would leave just $166 per month to purchase books for children, teens, and adults. With rising prices, these amounts to roughly 9 books per month, only 3 children, 3 teen, and 3 adult titles. Fewer new books mean fewer visitors, and fewer visitors lead to lower circulation numbers. The council and the mayor have asked why there is still money left in this year's book budget. The reason is that many of my orders from Baker and Taylor have been back ordered for months, but that money will be spent before the end of the year. Payroll cut from $110,844 to $80,892, a reduction of $29,952. After paying one clerk and the director, there will be no funds left for additional staff. This means losing 2 staff members entirely, leaving just 1 clerk at 20 hours per week. No other city department is being asked to lose half of its staff or cut hours this drastically based on the budget sheets. Library usage and community impact. Even with its declining population, our library continues to thrive and grow. Library visits. In 2023, we had 8,518. 25 was a low, 47 was the high, daily average. 2024, 7,247. Low, 24 people coming in, 43.5 high, daily average. And in 2025, 4,958 patrons have walked through our doors. We are at 24.63 daily average between January and August. Registered library users. 2023, we had 811. 2024, 867. 2025, so far, we got 50 new registered libraries, so we'll be over 900 by the end of the year. Books checked out by staff in 2025, so far, 5,926 items. Interlibrary loans. Some of you may not know what that means. Books sent to other libraries. 2023, 3,587 items have walked out our doors to other libraries. 2024, 3,394. Books borrowed from our patrons. 2023, 966. 2024, 824. Library programs and attendance. 2023, we had 88 programs, 832 attendees. 2024, 113 programs, 990 attendees. Recorded programs online. In 2023, we had 24 recordings with 291 views. 2024, we only had 12 recordings, but we had 3,914 views. The self-directed activities, which are take and make kits. 2023, we had 18 kids, 403 children pick these items up. 2024, we had 13 kids, 256 kids picked them up. Library hours compared to nearby communities. Aurora, population 1,652. They are open 6 days a week, 39 hours. Ely, 5 days a week, 47.5 hours. Gilbert, population 1,655, 5 days, 40 hours. Hoyt Lakes, population 1,988, 5 days, 35 hours. And Silver Bay, population 1,776, 5 days, 42 hours. The 5-year budget comparison shows that in 2021, the library's budget was $138,947. The proposed 2026 budget is $138,375. Actually, $646.25 less than 5 years ago. While every other department has seen increases over the same period, the library is being asked to operate with even less funding than 2021. These numbers are not just statistics. They are proof that this library is well used and essential to our community. People come here to use computers, check out books and other materials, attend programs, and connect with one another. Campground visitors use the library every week, and many have been coming here for years. In addition, homeowners who live in other parts of the state or even out of state make a point to use this library whenever they are in town. This library is not in a decline. It is thriving, but without adequate funding, we will not be able to keep up with the needs of our community. The library board and the staff respectfully request that the 2026 budget be restored to its previous level and that alternate areas for cost savings be considered elsewhere in the overall city budget. And just to let you know, I am the only city head department person that came forward when all this was going on at City Hall, and I was the only one that brought it up about where is our budget sheets? My last words, where are the budget sheets? I need the budget sheets. So I brought it forward and this got the ball rolling. And to this day, the numbers Nancy did give me, I still don't know where I sit in 2024, and I have been still waiting for 2025. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Lisa.
So, I'm gonna be really honest, I don't actually go to the library, so I apologize for that, I probably should. But of all the funding that we're looking at for non-employee and emergency services, so our recreational budgets, I did notice like campground budget, arena budgets, those sorts of things are going up. And the one thing I want to point out that makes the library so important is the fact that it's the only one of those items that crosses all ages, all socioeconomic statuses, and all physical abilities. When we put more money into that arena, that doesn't grant our elderly population the magical ability to skate. When we put more money into the campground, that doesn't necessarily mean that people with physical disabilities now can go visit that. So this is one place in our community where truly everyone is welcome and everyone is able to go.
Thanks. Thank you, Becca. Miranda?
I just want to kind of touch base on what you just said. I do work at the library, and one of the things that we do try to provide is, we have large print. We have a lot of large print, actually. So for those of us who don't see super good, we have that. We have a giant audiobook selection. We just received, I think the majority, if not all, of Mountain Iron's audiobook selection, which goes out to Carefree Living. They check out a lot of that. They check out a lot of our movies. They check out a lot of our large print. And we have, I believe she's a member of the library board. She takes time out of her day to come and pick these items up to bring to these patrons. If our hours are being cut, how is she gonna be able to do that? Because like I said, she's taking that out of her time, her personal time. Not to mention, she has her own things going on, you know, like, I believe she does volunteering for the Vine through the school as well, you know what I mean? So like, she's got a full plate to begin with. We've got, just a few months ago, there was a lady and a little girl. They were homeless, and you know where they spent their time? At the library, because it was a safe spot. There was a computer there for them to use to access the resources that they needed to find to be able to find a place to live. If we take that away from the community because we cut the hours, because we cut the staff, what are we gonna do?
Thank you, Miranda. Is there anyone else? Sharon?
Hi, can I come up?
Yep,
and speak?
absolutely.
I have props.
Hello, my name is Sherry Bresley, library clerk and longtime library patron. I'm very upset and concerned about the way the proposed budget was presented and the timeline that was given. Last Wednesday, Lisa, the library director, was given the budget numbers 2 days after the city council. That evening, the council fully planned to stick to the numbers and pass the budget without the citizens' knowledge or public input. The budget was tabled to get and allow public response, but an appropriate time to get the citizens these numbers was not given. Because the next meeting to vote on it was set the next Monday, today. at the very inconvenient time of 3 p.m. Please raise your hands if you are here today in support of your library. This is what it looks like when the citizens of Babbitt are made aware of the drastic cuts to services that will greatly affect them. For those of you who are saying, of course, I'm upset about these cuts because I will personally be affected by these cutbacks. But I was up here with many others 2 years ago when the library budget was unfairly targeted, and I spoke out then also. You may ask, why do we need a library? We have the internet. The library is not just books where, it's not just books. Where else in Babbitt can homeschool families, and we have 5 of them, by the way, which includes 15 children. Where else can they get the reference tools that they need? They also come in once a week to use our STEM kits and puzzles and check out books. Where else in Babbitt can people who do not have the internet get free DVDs to use? We have wonderful campground patrons who rely on us for this service, and they would probably prefer new DVDs, new release DVDs, over the old ones. Where else in Babbitt can you use a computer tool and the tools to find employment? Where else in Babbitt can people who do not have the internet unfortunately apply for unemployment? My coworker Miranda, who spoke earlier, has a beautiful quilt displayed, and you really should look at it. It's amazing. We also have music and educational programs. We have one coming up. They brought their songs. It's music. They will be in our library Tuesday, October 7th at 3:30, so please come and see it. Where else in Babbitt, besides a gas station or bar, can you get a cup of coffee and talk with a friend? I have a dear friend who comes to town to visit her mother, and she asks, let's go get a cup of coffee. Okay, shortstop. On a personal note, I wish you could all see the joy in a child's face when they get their first library card, or a book becomes available that they have been waiting for. I take my own granddaughter to the library, and she is so excited and has enjoyed the weekly sort new books a month. And that would only cover the James Patterson or Daniel Steele novels. Library humor. Some say, why does the library need new books? We've got books. With that logic, why does the arena need new ice? The quickest way to close the library would be not to let the library get new material. Or was this the goal all along?